Ladies and gentlemen, we are in game 2 of this best of 5 series between Vortex and I Am Magic. Now, there has been a switcheroo of gods because you actually cannot reuse gods. So yeah, Vortex is gonna be in the blue color now, and he is playing as Loki. And on the other side, in the red color, we have got I Am Magic, who is playing as Isis. Now that's a stronger god than Ra, so if you've seen the last game, this is going to be a whole lot better. Also at controlling the middle, it's going to be one of the very important aspects, but Isis getting 2 gold mines at home will make her even stronger. So at least Isis has access to things like Ancestors and Eclipse. You have access to Anubis, which is actually one of the minor god options that has been significantly buffed compared to the old game. And excuse me, my scores are flipped. So let me fix that real quick. It's actually... I'm making some mistakes on my end, sorry. Okay, now I've actually fixed it. That should be looking good. So Gold Rush is one of those maps where, yeah, you have 2 gold mines at home, but all the other gold mines are in the middle, so whoever controls this area basically wins the game. In Age of Mythology, every single military unit costs gold, so this is an absolutely crucial area to hold. That rhymes, which is epic as well. Now, let's take a look at the relics, which rhymes with epic a little bit. System of Bass reduces villager cost, and Gamatan Odin's Wand reduces the temple upgrade costs. So for your mythical stuff. Then we've got Pelt of Argus for line of sight on units, and we've got the Kefira of Apollo for villager speed. So they're all nice bonuses, but they're absolutely not essential, right? So yeah, that's where we're at. We are at. I'm curious if Magic will actually go... Oh, he's going for the early Flood of the Nile. That's gonna give him a food trickle, but he's just used up all his gold for it. So he's gathering a lot of extra gold with these villagers. So he's gonna have a slow advance. And that could open up the potential for an early Loki attack. But we're not gonna have any kind of proxy build or rushes or anything of the sort. In fact, this temple is being built at home. We're gonna be seeing some standard Loki business. The standard Loki business, which will be a lot of Hershirs most likely, and then a flaming weapons attack somewhere in the mid game. Could be accompanied by raiding Cav and throwing axes, of course, for a little bit of diversity. But I don't actually... Oh, Heimdall. Now that is interesting. I'm really curious what Vortex's plan is with that. I actually haven't seen him play any Norse, so then again I haven't been casting that much. I haven't seen that much. Magic's walling in very nicely, knowing that his advance will be extremely late. So we're talking about like a 5-minute advance into a fast heroic here, definitely. He's hoping that Vortex is not prepared for it, and against Ancestors Eclipse, you know, actually not having access to Healing Spring could be very detrimental. You probably also want the fast heroes in case Magic decides to raid around with Scorpion Men, especially during Eclipse. So that could be very, very good. As far as the Loki strategy goes, as Manchmal is suggesting in the chat, perhaps a Njord fast heroic from our Norse as well, to just get some trees, walk into the base of Magic, and undermine the town center along with the trees, along with the Mountain Giant and the Einherri. That could boost the damage of all those other things. So that would be a bit of a Momo combo, but it's also a hella big all-in, and while that's going on, you have to deal with Ancestors Eclipse in your base most likely. Whereas Magic doesn't even need to do much of anything, he just makes a Migdol stronghold at home, secures his other gold mine as well, very easily. So he's not set for life, but he's Isis for life, get it? Haha, I made a pun. But yeah, Ancestors Eclipse itself is kind of heavily nerfed. It used to be plus 50% damage against... damage on your myth units granted by it, right? But that's gone. It's now 20%. And the ancestors themselves raise a little slower than they used to, so... It is what it is, ladies and gentlemen. It is what it is. The golden powering is looking pretty good here. With the prosperity as well. They're gathering at 1.46 per second. That's faster than dwarves. By a lot. Actually, when you have that many dwarves, you probably want to get pickaxe. Although, we're not seeing any units from our Norse player, which I think you guys know what that means. No units means fast tech, means heroic, but he's going to be slower than magic, and magic's going to have Nefty stun. So unless we're going to see a significantly larger number of Herseers, actually our Norse player is in a ton of trouble. Magic can also use Ancestor's Eclipse defensively. Magic can pump out Priests. He is pumping out Priests, and that will be able to hold any shenanigans that could come from the trees. Monuments to Priest is up as well. And Magic's just happy to haul in. He's going to play one base, he's going to play Techie. Njord is being pre-queued, so very good identification of the situation from the chat, by the way, earlier. Good job, Manchmal. Yeah, you know what's going on. Going a little bit too much to gold, I think, is Vortex right now. 14 on gold. Even Gatherers, that's definitely too much. But anyways, Heroic is reached by Magic. And he is, yeah, he's scouting with the Sphinx. He's gonna raise the dead and see what kind of damage he can do. I don't like that he's done it there, right on top of the hearse here. It seems unnecessary. He's trying to find those Gatherers, but Vortex is smart. He's running away from it. The Scorpion Man is not yet across the map. He's actually kept it home, so I really don't like that part from Magic. Scorpion Man's insane. He can use his poison ability on villagers these days, which is a huge additional boon. But he is idling the entire economy of Vortex, so that's gonna count for something, right? Then again, he's not getting kills, which he would ideally want, I think. The Scorpion Man is coming around to the middle, and he's trying to secure this spot with all the gold mines in it. Can he do it with what little he has here? I mean, the Pharaoh is here, but the Raiding Cav are being boosted right now by the Unhairy. Is that going to be enough? This Eclipse Scorpion is just shredding them. Ripping them to shreds. I tried to combine the two phrases. Didn't work. Just like the attack didn't work. That was a bad engage, and Magic has gained overall economic superiority from this. He's got more villagers than Vortex as well, although bear in mind they do gather slower. And he's gonna try that big Walking Woods attack. Unfortunately, he is going from a very great distance. It should have been the trees inside. He's losing that. And the Priest and the Scorpion Man, two Scorpion Men, are ready to hard counter this dude. Vortex has been shut down so incredibly hard. And this is what happens when you give Magic a god that is actually usable. He's very, very smart. He knows exactly what's going to happen based on the scouting information available. And that's what he does best. He's so smart. He's so prepared. He's not going to allow any cheese like this to just roll him over. Especially Isis, one of the best defensive gods in the game. It's not going to happen. Magic's not going to go out without hitting back.